variety of
Welcome back, guys, to the TheAKwatch with the gang, watching that Kaguya Lovers War Season 3 hype, that greatness. I'm back with the usual suspect, my co-host, Daniel. Talk to them.
Yo, what's going on, people? Back again, episode 10 for Kaguya, Ultra Kaguya-Sama, Ultra Romantic. And yes, we're about to, only 2 more episodes left, so season's coming to a close now. So yeah, it seems like it's gone quickly, but yeah, it's been a good season so far.
Yeah, it's definitely gone swiftly, but that's when you know it's a good show. That's when you know every episode is banging. But discussing this episode, section 1 is Kozue Makihara wants to have fun. But I kind of want to get your ideas or what you think as an introduction topic about haunted houses. Because you always get these kind of dynamics where, I don't know, romantic events have to happen in haunted houses on like teen kind of shows or, you know, young student shows.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't mind them, but it's not my choice of attraction if I had to be picky. I don't know. It's just like, I'm not really a fan of horror films in general, so for me to pay to get scared, it's not really making sense to me. So horror house, haunted house, if you invite me, I'm probably not coming, but thank you for the invite.
I'm dead. To be honest, I see the vision, but the execution always ends up flopping, so it's also kind of a no for me. Like, I'd rather avoid it. But jumping into this episode, I kind of want to shout out the Chokiko individual who the kind of the horror houses based on them or their life, and she really didn't let the haters bring her down. That's all I know. Like, she because throughout this first section, I was like, why would you care about other people's ears? I know it's not even like important or relevant, but why would you care?
I don't know. I don't have any words. I mean, she seems to be insecure about her appearance because certain people have nice ears, and maybe maybe it's something to do with how it makes your overall face look. And because her ears are looking crooked, she's envious of those who don't have crooked ears.
It kind of seemed like ears was a theme throughout this section, but the first thing we kind of get to is Maki and her emotional shifts. Sometimes I feel like Maki's thing is not like bipolar. Like, I feel like her switches are extreme, but both emotions are super relevant. Because when she was looking brave, I believed it. Like, she looked brave. She looked like she was a strong individual. But 2 seconds, she's looking scared. But I feel like both are real. I don't think she was brave trying to hide being scared. I think she was brave, then she was scared, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny, them two, Kaguya and Maki, just because they both don't like haunted house. Maki, obviously, she's being herself, trying to front, and she's pretending, oh yeah, I'm not scared. But Kaguya was like, yeah, that's not for me. But she only came because Maki dragged her in. But I thought that interaction was funny. And then maybe there was like one throwaway line where Kaguya was saying, as if I'd ever hold the hand of a Shijo. And that was just something weird to me.
That was wild.
Because I'm like, aren't you in the same like family? Like, I mean, So I don't know. Maybe there's something between the main family and Keith, like Kage's looking down on Maki solely because she's a Shijo. So I think when we get into the whole dynamics of Kaguya and her family, we'll start to understand why she said this, or maybe it's just a throwaway line because she's the main family and Maki's the branch. But yeah, I like the interaction in the beginning of the episode. It was just pretty funny, and I like how they ended up. I don't know, the whole thing is a bit suspect, the way you just shove two people in a
Super
locker room,
suspect.
especially if you're not friends with them. Like I'm not, like, even if we're friends, I'm not sharing a small space with another Don. I'm sorry, man.
I think that's more scary than the actual haunted house. Like, just that dynamic that you could be stuck in this thing with some random you. Like, that's more scary to me.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I definitely kind of going on what you said about the Maki branch family thing. It does seem like a real thing, and I know like it's a kind of throwaway line, but the animosity in which she kind of said it, you know, it feels like it was so unnatural, even though like it still didn't affect how she behaved and like interacted with Maki, but that initial kind of thought seemed like so natural. So it might be a thing that's been like cemented in their psyche from like a young age, which is kind of scary. But knowing their family antics, you know, it's they do things differently, to say the least. They definitely do things differently.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so what did you think of the second half of the haunted house then, with the whole binaural hit, like recording they had going on, and how it was even set up?
The setup was super clean, I can't lie, because the setup kind of had you flashing back to Eno's crazy headphone antics, and
Yeah, I
kind
like
of
how
going.
that linked in.
It's so intriguing. I'm happy that that's how Ishigami got that idea, because obviously the project they were working on, they realized, we're not going to meet deadlines. Don't have time or resources enough to kind of implement what you want to do. So let's switch it up. And obviously Ishigami has that flashback. It's like, what is the most horrific thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks? Wait a minute. Eno. with the what's it called? Those voice recordings, the affirmations.
That imagery was wild, where she was like, "Oh, you can actually visualize the guys in your ear. You could swear they were actually there." She's a strange individual.
I loved Osaragi. She was like, "Hey, don't expose yourself, man. If you say like a couple more words, it's over for you. You're gonna have a legit. You're gonna have a reputation. Osaragi was definitely coming in clutch. Like that was definitely wild. And kind of along those lines, I felt that the whole recording antics started off kind of normal. You're like, okay, this smooth. They have an expensive studio in the school because obviously it's a prestigious school. Eno sitting down, they're gonna make sounds, but after that, it was so erotic for no reason, and I was so confused. I was,
very creepy.
I was looking at the screen and I was like, "Is this the right show? Am I watching? Am I watching the right title? You know what I mean?" Like people are getting ears licked.
Yeah. Did you notice that one of the terrorists was involved in the making of the recording?
Yep.
The board game club. You see, the president is the worst one. She was like, "Oh, look at the way you're making noises in front of your idol Fujiwara." I was like, bro, why do you have to phrase it like that? And then the framing of the shots, the way she's like just in her ear, like, "Oh yeah, you love this."
Oh my days.
Bro, this is very I don't know where we're going, but I just want to go back to the comedy.
Hey, it was the PG. It was going over the line. It was going over the line, like, because at some moments I was like, Eno, are you enjoying this? Because you might be pretending that you don't like this, but the way you're dribbling and stuff, like, you look kind of happy. And wait, I think the worst part is when the president of the games club finished, and let me rephrase that. When she stopped, when she stopped her antics, she was like, "Thank you for the meal," and I was like, "You are."
Listen, bro. She's a terrorist, bro. That's not a sane individual.
I definitely believe your thoughts on your predictions that you made earlier is gonna come true, because the games club individuals, why are they popping up randomly? Why are they here? Just because their thing got cancelled? I think they really are plotting. They're really putting themselves in positions throughout different projects that's going on throughout the festival to, you know, make their dreams come true. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Because I don't know, she did not need to do all that just for the recording. Because if you were gonna record, you could have just done the noises. Why did it have to be in her? Why did you have to put speakers in her ears to do that?
It was a lot. It was a lot. So unnecessary. I just feel so sorry for Eno. She actually doesn't deserve that.
No. She has to catch slander this week.
Why is she catching slander this week though?
Because she inadvertently cop blocked Shirogane, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Because of Kashiwagi, and she's too horny, bro.
You're right,
oh
but
my
that's
days, bro. I was so sick, bro.
I was vexed. I was actually vexed. But let's save that a bit, because I know we're gonna have to preach on that subject, because that was for my own safety. I had to kind of push that out of my memory bank. It's only now that you reminded me, the anger is like brimming up again. No, I think the thing that was actually the peakiest thing in this episode was when Osaragi said, "Hey, we might have to redo that."
Yeah, no, that was funny.
And Eno was like, "Huh?
Have to do that again?" They said they had to sellotape her mouth shut. You know,
it was actually torture. It was actually, if you look at it properly, it was torture. She was tied up. It was against her will. I saw no documents being signed. They weren't given no breaks. Did she get a break? No, they said, we're torturing you unpaid. You're gonna give us these sounds, and then when we finish you can, whatever happens, it happens. And I was surprised that Osaragi was kind of not jumping in for her protection, if you know what I mean. Like, I was surprised that she didn't think there was anything wrong with this situation.
Hey man, she's letting Miko be independent, you know.
That's too much independence. Too much independence. Nah. Mm-hmm. So what did you actually think when you saw the, what's it called, Nagisa and whatever Tsubasa antics?
I think it just made me dislike them. Well, just Nagisa more. I'm just like, bro, you couldn't relax for what? How long the recording was? You're just lipsing your man in the thing, and because Miko has zero, I don't know, experience, and she always overreacts. That's just Kalast Ishigame's whole thing, bro. Like, I was so hot when I just seen the sign that said, "Oh yeah, separate things." I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" Like, he didn't deserve that, bro.
Yeah, that. I'm not gonna. When I saw that part, your voice popped in my head saying, "Rajel, he's gonna take an L," and I felt like blaming you, but I can't even blame you because you just saw the vision before.
I said he's failing at the confession, not in the. He's failing earlier than they even anticipated, bro.
True. They're actually the worst couple in the verse. They might be the worst couple like I've ever seen in manga.
Who?
Tsubasa and Nagisa. Like that's not kosher. That's not good. I don't like them. Like the hate I have for them, and because every time like
they just ruin it for everyone, man.
For everyone, nobody is allowed to have fun apart from them. Nobody can be happy apart from them. Nagisa's the worst because she knows what she's doing. The look in her face tells me she knows what she's doing. And why does Maki have to be the one to see that? They hate Maki, man. The writers hate Maki.
They always make us suffer for no reason, bro.
100%, 100%, man. Shout out to Ishigami though. He didn't deserve that because that W who was about to collect was looking healthy.
I'm telling you, she was all for it.
Healthy. And I don't even feel like Ino was over exaggerating, you know. I feel like when you see something like that and you're not expecting it, you're like, do you know what?
He wife. Like they're a couple, so you can't like slightly you can't even be mad at them for doing stupid stuff like that. But I don't know. But
what's worse, they were doing that while I was listening to all the torture music that Ino was making. Are you mad?
They definitely weren't listening to that. They didn't even have the headphones on, man. They were just using that as a space to, do their thing.
Bro, you have the whole world. Why choose there? You have the whole festival.
I mean, it's a closed space, isn't it? They got privacy.
Oh my days. I was actually vexed. No, but it was a lit first section though. It was funny. Dumb antics. Feeling sorry for Ishigami.
Yeah, next section was funny too.
True. Might as well jump to that. Chika Fujiwara wants to unmask. And
mask on. F it, mask off.
Man's dropping the lyrics. Like, little synopsis, Chika is basically showing her middle school...
She being a hater, bro.
Sister. Mohe Fujiwara, just showing her around. And I don't... she's not even hating. She was just trying to protect her sister.
She's a hater, bro.
She was trying to protect her sister.
She's a hater, bro.
It's understandable.
Is that what you do to your friend? Is that
it's
what
understandable.
You
do? Okay, maybe not like... You don't do that. Obviously, you don't do that. But we've seen her suffer. You know this. The stuff is deep. It's deep rooted. Do you think she can let that suffering slide to her family member? She said, "I'm the only one who's gonna suffer." She doesn't. Oh my days.
It was elite hating, man. And Shirogane, but that's we'll get to that later. This was actually the perfect section for me. Someone who hasn't been able to slander Chika for weeks now. Yeah. It's just like the author said, we need some Chika slander. And it was just here. All her worst qualities were on show.
It's actually true. Like, even at the beginning, when she was talking about the difference in responsibilities regarding middle school and high school to her sister, like her sister couldn't hack this level. I was like, Chika, what do you actually do apart from play games?
Hello?
Like, so what's the difference in responsibilities? What are you doing? Like, so I was like, you're gassing her up. I don't know why at that moment, I was like, yeah, that you're hating on your sister. Because from that, you should be like, hey, sis, yeah, you got this. It's casual. It might be more things to do. You hold more responsibility, but you take it in your path. It's like she didn't want her sister to do big things.
She cut her dreams short. I mean, before we even go on, like, I just need to make it clear. I don't trust her sister either. Her sister might even be the worst one. She's not automatically because she's decided that she likes the president. So you have to fail. I'm sorry, man. I'm wishing you failure.
No, at the end, it did say that the sister was a psychopath. Like, it said that in the kind of ending credit section to the episodes. You know, that ending bit. It said psychopath. So
she's a weirdo. Did you
she
know?
is tapped.
She said what? She said if I wonder what Kay would be like if I told her I slept with your big brother. What's
It's
wrong
wild.
with you, bro?
It's very wild. It's very unnecessary and wild.
You know what that makes me think? She only likes the president because he's Kay's sister, and that it would mess with Kay that she's going out with her brother.
Don't tell me we found a worse human being than Nagisa. Nagisa is unconsciously doing this. This girl is she's planning. She's
Nagisa's doing it consciously. Don't give her that pass.
I was gonna let it slide for a bit because I was like,
we cannot.
You know, you have to give the.
Did you forget the private detective, bruv?
Oh, okay, you're right.
Detective.
You're right. She knows what she's doing. I lied.
It's crazy.
She knows what she's doing. She is tapped. She's very tapped. No, Moe, you need to behave yourself. That's all I need to say. Because first thing, you shouldn't be catching feelings for this. The age discrepancy ain't it. Like you're still a child. You're in middle school. You're still a child. Pattern up.
Now we have to do the middle school to UK conversion again, bro.
I'm so scared to do that calculations though.
So what? He's in his second year of high school, so I'm gonna give him. He's like what 17, most likely.
Yeah.
And then if she's in her final year of middle school, I think they turn 16 in their first year, so she's probably 15 at the most, 15 or 14. So like 3 or 2 years.
That's what you call prison. That's jail time, and I won't put it past her as one of the things she's aiming for. She wants to ruin the family. She wants to hurt Kay and put Shirogane behind jail bars.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
she probably uses to blackmail them, politicians.
Oh my days, you're actually preaching.
They're sneaky like that. She's like, oh yeah, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna report you. I'm just gonna start extorting your family if you don't listen to me. So you don't have to listen still.
I think this episode was, like you said, Chika's worst performance. But it's like nothing was actually going her way. Because there was a moment in the section where I was like, it's going to be calm. Like, even though she hating, I know that she's going to allow the president to expose himself. You know what I mean? You know you're expecting that. Everybody's expecting that. What happened shocked me. I was gobsmacked.
We have to retract some of the slander because he clearly he actually has some skills.
Nah, we have to pile on the slander. We have to make it worse because, do you know why? Because this means he knows the things he's good at. He understands where his talent lies and the things he has experience with. But the things that he's not good at is the things he decides that, I'm just going to do. I'm just going to try.
Yeah, that's his personality, isn't it? Because he always wants to get better and he wants to improve his weaknesses.
Bro, sometimes he needs to be stopped. Like when it gets to blowing balloons, like that's never gonna help you. There's
that shouldn't be a
scenarios.
Weakness, though.
That's true. From when blowing balloons is one of your weaknesses, like that's very tapped. It's very tapped. And I know the way Chika was plotting when she is the way she kind of jumped into action and she had that face where it's like, oh my days, I'm about to do something right here. It's over. She was like, sis, watch this. President, why don't you juggle this? And it's out of the blue. So random. And Shirogane actually needs to ask questions sometimes. Because you can't be just doing things other people say and when they drop it out of the blue.
Yeah, I feel it.
Because my guy was not even acting surprised. It's like this is odd, but fair enough. And the anime has actually sold us on because when the ball hit his face and it had that kind of exaggerated anime moment where he's like it's very explosive and man's that's being hit with so much drama. I was like, yeah, this is what we know. This is Shirogane. This is our guy. And we love him. We're proud of him. He's tapped, but we love him. 2 seconds later, man's just juggling.
I even added a bottle in there as well. And then he was talking about, oh, my sister, my grandma can do A.
He came to flex, man. He actually came to flex. And his flexing didn't even stop there. Because at that moment, I was like, I'm shocked enough. That's they didn't have to do any more. Like, it was done for me. Like, you already changed my viewpoint. My world has changed. My life has changed. I've seen something that I never thought I would see. My man's yo-yoing. My man's doing other activities. I'm like, bro, where has all this talent been?
Yeah, man. They haven't been scouting him in the right areas. Nah, that was... It's it just made Chika look like pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. She's out here on the floor screaming and shouting, throwing a tantrum in front of her sister, trying to make him look bad, and she just made him look better.
Yeah, Chika was distraught. Like you said, everything she did was just making him shine more in her eyes. And even when she was kind of commenting about, wait, Moe, you don't know. Usually, he's not good at stuff. But then, actually, he does work hard and improve. Exactly. And I'm like, bruh. Why this not the results you wanted?
I don't know. She was trying to disparage him, but she was just making him look good. She was like, oh yeah, he's terrible at rapping, but actually he practiced and got better, and he's good at it now. I'm like, so he's not terrible then, is he? You see, she's trying to spread propaganda, and she can't even do it properly. Like, it's just sad. Be better, man.
No, it was
Be better.
It was very poor. I hope all our haters affect our lives like Chika does in this moment. I hope when they try to come against us, we only prosper and become better. That's what we need.
Yes, sir.
Even at that point, they're not even haters. They're the people who make us great.
What did you think about the whole interaction between Kaguya and Moeha? It went from hate to appreciation.
Too quick. It shifted too quickly for me, because in the whole it's funny because through the whole first section of part 2, I was like, oh my days, if Kaguya pulls up now, she's gonna catch a case. There's gonna be blood on the floor. And that's what it was looking like when Kaguya popped in. She was like, huh? What did you say about the Hoshin festival and giving gifts and Shirogane? Like, Kaguya legit called her a hoe, but politely.
Yes, sir.
Kaguya said, you are a hoe, swear you're in middle school, what are you doing? Actually, why am I surprised? It's your family. Why did she have to go there? Why am I surprised?
She lie?
She said your whole ass family.
Tainted bloodline. I'm with you. She's spitting.
I was like, raw Kaguya. But you didn't have to do her like that. You weren't lying though. But did you have to do her like that? It might have been facts. Oh my god.
You know what was funny? You know what was funny? When she said, oh yeah, the president won't date a child. You need to have womanly features. She looks back and she sees like, oh, you need to be mature in spirit. I'm like, bro.
She said, hey, rah. She was like, Kaguya looked at her and was like, rah, she already has the body proportions. That's wild. The proportions. Like, Kaguya needed prayer, because that's when I think she would start going on her tangent, because then she allowed Mohei to kind of express her love for Kaguya, for Shirogane, and I was like, okay, cool, but why are you egging this on? Like stick to your guns, Kaguya. If you're gonna be a killer, be a killer. That's how your mans will get taken. Like when your mans is gone to Harvard and he's living his life, he will get taken if you're not on your savage mode. You know what I mean? Kaguya needs to do better still.
Yeah, I found, it's quite interesting that they ended up liking pretty much the exact same features of the president. I don't know. It's all the same features, even down to the eyes as well. I was like, raw.
They share the same kinks. The tired eyes.
True.
Very tapped.
They are quite creepy.
That was the turning point. Kaguya was like, raw. It's the eyes for you too? Oh my days, you're just like me.
No, she's full of it. She's talking about what's it? I look at President Shirogane's face and it's suffused with humanity, which I like. Okay.
She was gassing it for no reason.
What's it? Exhausted eyes are the mark of hard work, or someone who doesn't sleep.
It's so tapped, and that's like, you're doing too much when you're reaching like that. Like you're actually reaching for. Like I would rather him not be tired. Like that's what you should be saying. Wouldn't you want somebody you cared for to be well rested? Like it's not like being tired is a great character or side. Being tired doesn't do anything. It just shows you're tired. You don't get enough sleep. Dying, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I'll say, just like my last thought on this section, is I didn't think they would actually follow up on the whole Moeha being interested in the president, because that was only what 1, 2, maybe like 3 episodes ago when the president went to their culture festival and he saw she saw him for the first time. So I like how they're keeping the continuity. You can see the flow.
Yeah, 100%. But don't sell yourself short, because you did mention it in that episode. Like I didn't even say anything, but 3 episodes ago when that happened, you were like, ain't it? You basically implied that, ain't it interesting? Let's see what they do with it. So even though I'm surprised, when I saw it, I immediately thought about what you said during that episode.
Oh, true. Fair enough. I even forgot I said that. So
the foresight, man, was different. It was different. No.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have anything else, we'll move to section 3.
Yes, sir. And this
Miyuki,
is where
Shirogane. Oh, carry on, go G.
No, I just want to say, I was manifesting he's failing, but by my will in that statement, it might be faltering after this segment.
You have to let that one go, man. Let it go. Let it go. Just let
he's
it
still
go.
failing.
Hey, bro, don't say that. No. Hey, we only collect W's over here. Now, section 3, Miyuki Shirogane's culture festival, and we see Kaguya, and she's kind of wondering about her chances, if she's gonna have an opportunity to progress her plan and give him his gift. And it's kind of weird because I don't know if, like, in both cases throughout this episode, her and Kaguya, or him and Kaguya, I don't know if it was their doubt and they're just being nervous that they started to question things that are outside of their control. Like Kaguya here was like, oh, do we have the time? Am I even going to get the opportunity? How would this affect my plan? And later on, Shirogane had his doubts, and that was also to do with external circumstance.
Yes. Yeah, I think more on Kaguya's side is since this section said, oh yeah, this is the end of day 1, basically. Kaguya, from what we've seen, Kaguya didn't really get much opportunity to actually hang out with the president on this day, on this first day anyway, right?
Yeah, she didn't.
See, because she had the cosplay cafe, and then she was doing the antics with the old men, and that sounds mad. But
It
she was
doesn't
making
it?
coffee. She was making coffee and tea. Well, she failed at making coffee, but she was making tea for the man then. And then she got dragged by Maki to go in that haunted house thing, and then she was chilling after they had left the student council room. So I think when she went into and she met the sister, that's when she was probably planning on talking to him, but he was not there, and they ended up like messing about, talking about what's so great about the president, and then she was outside, and then the president is obviously not there, so they didn't really have a chance to have a long interaction together, so she didn't really have a chance to confess.
So do you think that's why it's like mostly now playing on her mind? She's like, if this is how the first day is going, this is probably how the rest of the day is going to go.
Yeah, I think maybe she has to think about. I think that's probably why she's thinking that, because a lot of unexpected things seem to have gotten her way with her plan. So she's just wondering what the second day is going to be like. Maybe since it might be more hectic, and it seems like the president is just all over the place. He's just everywhere, Obviously, I guess he has to be everywhere because he's the president, but I don't know, it's quite hard to pin him down.
No, it's true. It's the character trait that she likes that's now getting in her way, because he's trying to do the most so everybody can have a good time, like he said last episode. So obviously, if he's trying to do that, you're not gonna be able to see him, which is kind of peak. I did really like how she's still thinking about Ishigami, even in her moment, in her own personal moment, which is, it goes back to their special connection, man. That is special. She's like, I hope is going well for him. That's bro. She said, take that, secure that W.
Yes, sir. We winning. Not really, but it's nice that she thought that way.
No, I feel like we are winning because Sumabe is trying to assist like Urzel in his prime as well. Like she every time, because what is Ishigami doing that is actually, so he's a lot of the time he's in his head, like especially early on.
Yeah, even the president said that. He said, also he lacks confidence, and then that makes him like, I guess, talk slowly, muffle his words and stuff. Yep. So he's hesitant, that's it.
And we can see that clearly. And even though that is like real, Ishigami his head is not in the game. Sumabe is still assisting. Sumabe was like, wait, should we just pop in here? This is my group project. Let's go together. I was like, okay. Hey, this is gonna be an easy W. You just have to tap it in. You can't miss tap-ins. Ishigami, you actually can't miss tap-ins. It's very disrespectful to the person who assisted you. Like, I lived that life. I remember that Prime Urzel, and we had Jude up front, and man was missing tap-ins. Do you know, I cried those times. I was crying. It was very disrespectful. So Ishigami, don't be that guy. Actually, don't be that guy.
Ishigami turned into a striker this episode inadvertently. He didn't realize that he turned into Drogba at Wembley, bro. Because man, he threw the ball, he won the prize. He said, "Oh, wow, she wants the cookie. Cool, let me give her the cookie." And then, obviously, how can man confess without realizing he confessed, bro?
The funniest thing, man, because it looked like he knew he was. Like, from them, I was like, "Oh, you have confidence.
I lie.
Go do your thing
in front of everyone as well.
Everybody, like,
the third years.
So much energy. I was like, okay, is this you? And I think even Sumabe was kind of like, rah. I thought I had to assist you, but you're gonna score a screamer like Drogba, 30 yards, cut final antics. Okay, do your thing. Do your thing.
He's just dumb. How can he be oblivious? He said 90% are aware of what this means, but the 10% and it's just him saying, "Oh yeah, she wanted the cookie, so it was good that I was able to win this." And then she even asks him another question to clarify, and he's like, "This is to show how I feel about you. Holding a heart-shaped cookie." Ah,
Full
what
chest.
an idiot.
Full chest.
Now, the big question: what is the likelihood of acceptance?
Oh my days!
Based on her reaction and based on, I don't know, their relationship thus far, because I wasn't expecting him to confess on the first day. I can't lie. Well, accidentally, but he did it. So
True. It still counts. It still counts.
yeah, it does.
Nah, I think it's gonna be like a techie one. I think it's gonna be more complex than we originally thought, because like our first kind of line of thought was that obviously the first thing we ever thought was that obviously she doesn't like him like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing was, even if she doesn't like him, she's going to be rational and think, I'm a third year, I'm leaving. There's no point in pursuing this. And the third thing is that we just never thought Ishigami, even a small part of me, we didn't really believe Ishigami would do what he was going to do. So the reaction that we got from her and the way she was blushing and she looked happy, but also nervous and unsure, like that kind of reaction does show that she is engaged with the idea of like them being open to that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like she didn't immediately reject it. Like she wasn't like confused. She didn't look like, like what's this guy saying? What? For me, for what? What? She wasn't like that. It was like a complex reaction where she's like, I want this, but I have to think about this because there's real things that I have to work through for us to go forward, or for me to be able to make a decision and maybe reflect your feelings and respond like in an equal manner to your love proposal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear that. I hear those points. I think for me, well, yeah, what you mentioned about the consideration, and I think that's probably the most important thing. I think because of where he confessed as well, it kind of ambushed her in a way. Because I know when she invited him into the class, she was not expecting him to turn around and do what he did, even though he didn't realize what he did. And I think the fact that she said, okay, I need to think about it, I don't know, it obviously leaves the door halfway open, but I also can leave it, it also gives a possibility of her just shutting the door and not letting him in.
Yeah.
And another thing is, we didn't see Ishigami's reaction after she left, so I'm wondering if maybe someone talked to him and was like, oh, I didn't think he would have the guts to do that, and he realized what he actually did. Because if she comes to him and it's like, oh yeah, I will, and he's just like, what? And then she misunderstands that and ends up thinking he doesn't like her, I think I have to rip my hair out. But he has a chance. I'm telling you, please, if they do that after minus a point, I can't lie.
I hate that misunderstanding trope, man. It's the worst.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I think the two things that give him hope is the fact that Shirogane said that, oh yeah, if he gets rejected, then that will decrease my chance of being able to. And there's no way these two are not getting together at the end of this arc. So, I don't know. My only thing is that Ishigami could just lie and say yes when it's not true. So at the end, to summarize, he's still failing. I'm going on the failing, but to the end, he's failing.
You know, he failing, but it's one of those fails when is it really a fail? Like, I do think she will express that she does like him, and that's a win. You know what I mean? It's like when Shirogane and Chika were talking, and they're like, the reason why he's so so scared or fearful and goes into a shell, because he doesn't have that foundation of a big success that's allowed him to build on. So when anything kind of disrupts or anything falls short to what he expects, he can still have a foundation of belief. He doesn't have that. So hopefully this will be, in the honest truth, will be an L, but it also won't be an L. It will be a win for him and give him confidence to be able to, achieve stuff and be able to be like, okay. And it kind of looks like that, because Chika keeps going on like, oh, she's Madonna of the third years.
And that annoyed me, man.
Yeah, Chika's
I'm saying he's failing, but the way she was laughing at him was like, oh,
it was rude.
Show some respect, man.
Yeah, Chika, that's not her friend. Chika's off.
She's like, oh yeah, I don't dislike you guys, but you've been insulting them the whole episode, so it's hard for me to believe you.
She insulted him straight after she said, I don't dislike you. And then even Shirogane was like, bro, but you just insulted me though. Like, after you said that. How does that make sense?
That's why Ishigami doesn't rate you, bro.
Facts. Yeah, but Ishigami is definitely taking a sly W, because like I said, if say I was in the equivalent of Ishigami stage in school and I was moving to the Madonna of year 11, and it wasn't a full L, and it was disclosed and understood by everybody that she does like me and this could work, I'm gas for life. I'm gonna wife Beyonce. Jay-Z needs to behave himself, because I'm coming. Zendaya, are you mad? Tom Holland, you need to just throw yourself in the bin.
Stay calm. Zendaya I already claimed her, bro.
What you mean?
I've been there since Shake It Up, bro.
What you mean? I've been there since Shake It Up too.
Cap.
You're saying cap? I watch those kind of shows. I have sisters. I was watching Shake It Up Chicago.
Yeah, you weren't there for Casey Undercover though.
Of course I was there for Casey Undercover with the robot daughter and my guy with that high top and the two parents and the best friend who was kind of sweet as well.
Aha, see, you're showing unfaithfulness, bro.
That was just an observation. It was an observation. Can I not say objective truths? Is that so wrong?
Yes.
Do we live in a world where I can't disclose the apparent truth in the room?
I don't know, because I'm not in the room right now, so.
you right? Nah, I've been there. I remember one time, I saw the Tom Holland and Zendaya pic. Ruined my day.
And I was happy, because that's my guy from Kingston, local. If it had to be anyone who's a local boy, I'm happy, bro.
I wish I could come with the same. And yeah, I like the pick obviously because Zendaya was in there. I have to respect the thing, but I liked it with hate in my heart. Hey, it's a dangerous game when you like picks with hate in your heart. It's just right. You be like, right, I'm actually a bad guy. That's what you be saying after that. You be like, I'm not a good person.
That's why you have to like with appreciation and happiness that she's enjoying life, even though it's not you who's helping to make the life enjoyable.
Oh no, it's peak, man. I like the you as well. But anyway, back to
him was dead though.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Oh my days, it was the worst. I watched that with my little sister, and
same.
Bro, when we were on the way home, I looked at her, she looked at me, and I was like, bro, are we gonna just pretend that this was good? This was so rubbish. What was that?
Listen, this is a mad tangent, so I'll say one comment and wrap it up. Like, Aunt May, they wanted me to feel bad for her dying. No, she's just dumb. I don't understand why you would invite villains to your house. Be shocked when they do villains things. I was like, how can you be shocked by this behavior, bro? I don't know. It was so stupid to me. I'm like, bro, why did you invite them to your house of all places? Of all places.
It was illogical. Like, and I love Aunt May, but that whole moment when she was about to die,
her stock
that whole
decreased to
sequence,
0 after that.
bro. Do you
She
know
has no
even
stock.
when she was running down the stairs, when all the conversations were happening, I was like, Aunt May, stop chatting. This is your fault. Don't talk. Like, just die.
And they made them say those corny words with great power, with responsibility. Clearly, I don't know. I don't want to listen to you about responsibility, because if you were responsible, you wouldn't have invited all the villains to my house on a reformation. Please, some people are not worth reforming.
She's the definition of negligence, and then thinking
you left your nephew on his own. He's got no relatives now. He's on his own. Selfish.
Very.
But back to Kaguya.
Yeah, man. Mad tangent. Yeah. The Chika needs to behave herself more. Ishigami will be securing some sort of W.
Yes, sir.
I am kind of sad that it seems that the sequence of events that is gonna we're gonna go through regarding Shirogane and Kaguya is gonna be heavily influenced by Ishigami. I feel like that is so unnecessary. Like, even if like Ishigami is sad and stuff about whatever happens, that's something he was kind of prepared for, because in the end he didn't even expect it to go this well.
Yeah,
if it goes wrong, he's probably gonna be in a better mind frame to adjust it going wrong than it going right. You know what I mean? If it goes right, he's probably gonna go in shock. You probably faint, have a heart attack. You'll be like, what's happening? You know what I mean? So Shirogane needs to kind of, I don't know if he's just trying to make some sort of excuse to kind of, not excuse, but a way to kind of distract him from a big moment, because obviously I know how scary like having to confess to somebody is. So like, I understand why you'd want to distract yourself and be like, oh, if this doesn't happen, if this happens, but I'll be like, bro, if it rains today, I'm not gonna tell this girl I like her. And I've seen the forecast this week, and I know it's gonna rain. So I understand Shirogane, but we'll see in it.
I mean, I hear your point about the relationship between Ishigami's confession and its impact on Shirogane. I mean, the arc is called, Dual Confessions arc, so I guess if there wasn't any interplay between the two, maybe that would be a bit off. But I think more along what you were saying about how he'll be happy either way with a reply, maybe be more shocked, like you were saying, if it's a yes, because I don't think he thought that far. I don't even think he's in the mindset to even think after what a relationship would be like, and so on. And I don't think necessarily he'd be depressed with the no, because he'd just be happy that he was able to communicate his feelings. She received the feelings and she wasn't like, oh, wow, you like me? That's gross, man. I can't believe you would misinterpret all the kind of things I was showing. She respects what he said, and then she answers nicely in the best way she can. So I think even if he did get rejected, it probably wouldn't change his demeanor to the degree that Kaguya and Shirogane have to be, comforting him like the older siblings or parents like they are. So maybe it's just Shirogane being a bit overprotective because he knows where Ishigami started from when he was in that dark place. So yeah, I think Shirogane just needs to, this might be a chance for Ishigami to show Shirogane another opportunity for growth, how he's changed over the past year. But my last comment for this episode is the Chika one, because we saw her after she won her piano thing and she did not look happy. So that's giving me more the crumbs that we're asking for. We're seeing probably why she didn't want to do piano further. I think I don't think she enjoys competing just based on the picture, and she's not smiling.
Yeah.
Even though she's won the competition. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll expand on that. I don't know if they will. But I'm just out here trying to grasp all the breadcrumbs that we get when it comes to Chika and character development or depth. But it was a good episode, just to conclude.
Yeah, it was a fire episode. I think my last comment is also that Ishigami, even if she does say no, I believe he can still visit Nirvana. You know, I believe that she would be willing to go to Nirvana if he asks. If you catch my drift.
That's a bit wild, bro. That's a bit wild.
Hey, I'm just saying, she might be on it with him, and then she'd be like, obviously, but I'm leaving.
I think she's not gonna go.
I just want something happy to happen to my guy. I just want him.
Maki right there,
to live
man.
his best life.
Maki X Ishigami be pushing the agenda.
Push it.
Hop on the ship because it's gonna be coming round. Maybe my ship will be collapsed.
Imagine. No, hopefully it's not. Well, we'll soon see. Anyway, that's episode 10. What's your kind of overall thoughts about the episode, and what do you expect from next week's with 2 episodes left?
Yeah, I enjoyed the episode. Thought it was on the comedic side, but like I think actually it was only really the Ishigami thing that was really a major plot point, and it was quite big because it kind of changes his whole plan. I hope he realizes before he comes into contact with Tsubame again, because I'm not really a fan of misunderstandings. Obviously we have Shirogane. He still seems steadfast in his plan for Shinomiya, and even though I mentioned before that Kaguya didn't really have much opportunities to interact with the president, but it doesn't really seem like the president was doing the most to interact with Kaguya either. So maybe next episode we'll see the president be more we'll see more steps in his plan, because obviously he seems he's got a scheme going on. Didn't really see much from day one, and it seems like the board game club is doing a magazine. They seem like they want revenge because the plan didn't go through, because what's it, the heart-shaped balloons have gone missing. Obviously they still have to do the campfire, and Kaguya's gonna light that. Something's probably gonna go wrong with that.
They plot.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know about the likelihood of this, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm thinking maybe someone might confess to Kaguya, try give her the heart-shaped thing, because we have Moeha who tried to give Shirogane the heart-shaped thing. So that was like maybe what happens if someone gets to eat their person before they are.
Yeah.
Too. And what impact will that have? Because next week will probably end on a cliffhanger, because it's like the penultimate episode. It'll probably be like a part 1, blah blah blah. But yeah, those were my thoughts.
Yeah, likewise, I enjoyed the episode. It was really interesting. It's continuing to kind of hype the events of the Hoshin Festival without, us getting to like the final event. And obviously, hopefully, next week we make some big jumps. Obviously, I can't lie. Yeah, the Ishigami thing was one of the biggest things I've seen in Kaguya Lovers War, because he would have even expected that Ishigami would be one of the first people to confess in the storyline regarding the student council, which is crazy. But yeah, a solid episode. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode as well. Hope you guys been keeping up. 2 more episodes left of this season. We've been very consistent with it, and yeah, thanks for being on the journey with us. Like the vids, support the channel, and we out. Peace.
Bye. Deuces.
I love you.